Hey guys, welcome back to BackToFrankBlack.com as we take a look at the series Millennium, one of my favorite TV series of all time. Now today, I'm actually going to take a look at my top 5 episodes of Millennium. I was asked what are my favorites, and I thought, well, I guess now's as good a time as any to kind of run down my favorite episodes of Millennium. Here's the problem. One, picking 5 episodes. Out of all the episodes they have of Millennium, picking 5 as my absolute favorite is tough. Second of all, this list is somewhat fluid. I could very easily switch some of the ones that are in, slots 6 through 10 with some of the ones that are in 3, 4, and 5. So if you ask me this again in 6 months, I might have a different list for you. But for now, we're going to take a look at some of the honorable mentions. I know when you say something like, oh, we're going to take a look at the top 5, everyone's going to chime in and say, well, what about this episode? Well, what about that episode? So I just wanted to take a minute to recognize some of the other episodes that I really enjoy that didn't quite make the top 5. Starting first of all with the pilot. I love the pilot episode. I've probably seen it 100 times. But yet it didn't make my top 5. But I thought it was really great, of course, for setting the atmosphere of the show. It does a really good job of giving you everything you want in a Millennium episode. From the apocalyptic talk to the issues of religion and, all that kind of crazy type of stuff that's going on with Frank seeing into the mind of the killer. It's a really good episode, but it just didn't quite make the cut. Lamentation. The first episode with Lucy Butler. It's a great episode. It really is. But it just didn't make the cut. I love the episode, and I think Sarah Jane Redmond does an awesome, incredible, excellent job doing Lucy Butler. And as much as I like the episode, didn't make the cut. The Hand of Saint Sebastian. I love The Hand of Saint Sebastian. But when picking the top 5, it didn't make the cut. But I love the way they did it internationally, the way they traveled to Germany, the way they dealt with the German police officer. I thought there was a lot of really good stuff in there. And there was a lot of stuff where you start to see whether or not forces within the Millennium group are working against what Frank is trying to accomplish. So I thought it was a really good episode, a lot of great atmosphere, a lot of great dialogue, just didn't make it. Somehow Satan Got Behind Me. This is one of those goofball episodes where I know, I took a lot of flack for saying I really didn't like Jose Chung's Doomsday Defense. But I love Somehow Satan Got Behind Me. I think probably because it really does stick with that idea of true evil and that idea of serial killers and all that kind of stuff that we love in our Millennium episodes. And even though it was incredibly goofy, I thought it did a good job of sticking with that theme. The Sound of Snow. Oh gosh. 3rd season episode, tugged on your heartstrings. The quote-unquote return of Catherine Black, at least for one episode. Great episode. A lot of really deep emotional stuff, but didn't make the cut. Weeds. I love Weeds. A lot of people say it's not a good episode. We'll probably get into this one here in the next couple weeks, but I thought it was a great serial killer episode. I thought there was a lot of neat stuff. I thought it was one of those episodes that really does a good job standing on its own. If you have someone kind of wondering what the show's about, it's a great episode to show them, but again, didn't make the cut. And this one, we've talked about this one recently, Luminary. Luminary's a great episode. I love the music, I love the acting, I love the dialogue, I love a lot of stuff about it. But when I had to put my top 5, it just didn't make the list.